Nova is an Australian-owned and controlled organisation. It's 21 years old now, and we focus on test evaluation and systems assurance, so a professional services company, but also moving into technology solutions as well. Nova being 21 years, so we've grown up this year. We're a medium-sized company, and I think in the dialogue at the moment, we're at a size where we can really invest. We've gone through the journey of being an SME over our 20 years, and I think we're at an opportunity now where we can really focus in on government needs, invest to align our capability solutions with what they need, and then work with our supply chains to bring through other companies so that we can have more medium-sized companies, because I think it's important. There's a lot of rhetoric around the primes, which are essential in bringing in key technology options into Australia. There's the SME base, but I think growing those SMEs and being successful in taking them into being medium is really critical to having a sovereign, resilient national industrial base. I think being an Australian-owned and controlled company is a strength. We've seen through COVID some of the challenges that happen when our supply chains get disturbed. Nova is able to invest in an aligned way to the national interest, as can other Australian companies. We are also going on a journey where we're now growing. We're up to 600 people in Australia and 700 people globally, so exporting as well, which allows us to bring back knowledge from overseas and best practices. We're a major service provider for the land domain, and that allows us and our people access to some of the most complex projects and contributing to the safety and security of the nation. In the short term, I think the opportunity for Nova is to, when we talk about sovereignty, and Nova's got a particular interest in test evaluation, certification and systems assurance, and that is one of the government stated priorities under the SICPs. Nova's continued to evolve and develop that capability over time through proprietary tools and approaches. At the moment, what does that mean in a sovereign way? It allows us to, a lot of the verticals that we look at in deliveries of projects like air, sea, land, get treated as silos, but coming horizontally, across those domains, the test and evaluation capability can provide both a governance and a capability focus for government moving forward, which I think is very important. It can be a true sovereign capability where other SICs can only be partially so because of the technology implications of those SICPs. There's a couple of main impediments in the defence industry at the moment. One is around capability, and I suppose to my point around sovereign industrial capabilities, I think it's working together with government to achieve an outcome, and government willing to make a choice about what they want industry in Australia and what they want to be in control. At the moment, we far more of a free market approach. Most other governments, especially Western governments, have industrial policy that really makes sure that they get the outcome that they want in industry for them to support their national defence and security. In Australia, that's not been as strong as approach. So I think the government making a choice about what they want to do and then backing that through with policy is a really important part. And on a more tactical level, I think the workforce is a challenge that you'll probably hear across most people at the moment. There's a lot of capability to be brought in over the next decade, and having the skilled workforce to be able to enable that to happen is probably one of the challenges. I think over COVID, we saw the use of virtual technologies and the ability to support remotely, and I think leveraging off those sort of insights, we can make far more optimal use of the workforce. And if we fall back to our old habits, then I think we'll have challenges.